You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Behrendt and Kane Holloway.
Hi, welcome to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers. I'm Kane Holloway.
I'm Greg Behrendt. What a clean opening.
Woo! Real smooth, like butter.
Yeah. Like anyone gives a shit.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not a podcast. We have a lot to cover on this episode. First, I just want to get out of the way. If you haven't subscribed to the show already, please subscribe to the show. We would love it. Give us a rating and review, 5 stars. And then support the show by going to Patreon, patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And if you want to support the show in an even broader idea, friend Greg on Venmo at Greg-Behrendt.
Yeah, I got another person asking me for money. So this thing that started off kind of fun and me getting money has now turned into let's just go beg Greg for some money.
So maybe we stop plugging Venmos, or if you just want to be friends.
Yeah, no, you can ask me for money, but I just can't give it to you right now.
No, it's a give and take situation, guys. It's a give and take. Yeah, we got a bunch of questions. We got some Reddit remixes. We got some inspirational memes. But first and foremost, I want to just start the show by saying FBoy Island is it just awful?
Awesome. It's awesome.
It's awesome. I love it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everybody. And then I like some people. And I really dislike CJ. She does not come off at all remotely kind of good on this show. Not even kind of good. Even when there's like the realization that the guys have been lying and they're F-boys, CJ somehow still looks worse. She looks worse. It's insane. I can't stand
she's
it.
a trip.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody messaged me because I was on Instagram talking about how I'm watching it. Me and my sister are watching it together. Oh my God, let me find it.
If you don't know what this is, wait. If you're like a person that has a life, you probably don't know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dating reality show on HBO Max, hosted by our friend Nikki Glazer. And the premise of the show is that they send 12 nice guys and 12 fuckboys to an island with 3 women on it. And the 3 women get to choose between which of those guys they want to date. And they have to sort out the fuckboys from the nice guys. And they don't know who anybody is. And nobody's supposed to say who they are. And then at the end, they have to kick 3 people off. And that's when they find out, was he a nice guy or was he a fuckboy? So it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple date. You know, they pick a couple boys to go on dates with. They do, just typical reality show dates like riding horses in the water and paddle boarding and, that kind of shit. And they get to know each other. Stuff. And everybody's too young to have ever had an original thought.
Absolutely.
Every guy there looks like a fuckboy.
They all have fuckboy energy.
They all have fuckboy faces. They're all way too good looking. Well, that's not entirely true. There's some weird looking guys on there.
Yeah. I would say even the self-proclaimed fuckboys that come out pretty strong out of the gate saying they're fuckboys. They're like, yeah, man, I'm in it for the money. I'm not trying to give my heart to anybody. And I usually crush it. And I can't remember the dude's name, but he's like the white blonde haired guy with the goatee. And he just looks like a diet version of Captain America. Or like an off-brand, like a Kroger version.
I think he looks like Rob Schneider on steroids.
He kind of does have a little Rob Schneider. Yeah, Rob Schneider is a fuckboy.
Yeah, totally.
Also, FBoy Island feels like the like that title you give that you're not going to use to your project. Like you just kind of like put it at the top, like, oh, we need a title. I don't know. It's an island filled with fuckboys. We'll just call it, for now, while we think of other titles, we'll call it FBoy Island. And then they brought it and they forgot to do that part during the pitch meeting. And they're like, all right, interesting. What's it called? It's called, oh, God damn it. It's FBoy Island.
Yeah.
And sold.
Yeah, totally. I think the one thing about this show compared to other reality shows is it tries to be a little bit more above board.
Mm-hmm.
It knows it's a reality show. Nikki knows it's a reality show, but he knows they're being manipulated by the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
They even have a place where they send the boys when they've been cut off the show.
Yeah.
And that's a little sketch that they have going through it that's kind of dumb.
That's really dumb. Like, oh, they all live in this, all the F boys that get voted off, they live in this little hut. And they all have to share this hut with no food, water, electricity. We're supposed to believe that during this time, all these guys are just sitting there making sand women out of coconuts and twigs.
Yeah.
And are we supposed to believe that they're actually living on there? They would die immediately. I don't feel like any of those guys have survival skills.
No.
But man, like there's that moment when CJ, and I guess his name is also CJ or Casey. Boy CJ and lady CJ are really hitting it off. And then it comes to find out that that Rob Schneider, blonde buff Rob Schneider, is a fuckboy, and he has a girlfriend outside of the show, and he's really trying his hardest to like dispel these rumors that he has a girlfriend out of the show. And him and Rob Schneider and Casey have a bromance going. And then so CJ tells Casey, hey, don't be friends with him or you can't be with me. And he's trying to be like, look, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. You can't tell me what to do. And then he tries to be like, listen, it's a two-way street and we're equal, which I think is a pretty decent way to go about it. Hey,
yeah, I'm
not better than you, and you're not better than me.
He's picked the worst guy in the village to be friends with.
Absolutely.
And to be that guy's ride or die. It blows up their relationship.
Yeah, it's so funny because he's just like, listen, I'm not going to he hasn't done anything to me, and it's not like he's really, the whole point of the show is to hide that you're an F-boy. So he's playing by the rules. So it's not that egregious. Like it's when you go in knowing that these guys have been told to lie to the women, and the women are aware that they might be getting played, and the entire idea is to try to figure out who's a fuckboy, to find out this guy's been lying. It's like, yeah, but you all gave him permission to do that.
That's right. That's right. He came here to lie.
Right.
Now, the fact that he got there and said he wouldn't stop in the street for any of these girls, and that in LA he crushes bitches with big tits.
Yeah.
That makes him pretty shitty.
Yeah, he's an awful
I'd call him out
shithead.
on that.
Yes, absolutely.
The fact that he had a girlfriend once or may still, who cares?
Whatever. Yeah. He's just like, all of these girls are fucking sixes and I crush tens outside of the island. And you're like, these are three of the most beautiful women. And he's better than them. Like he said that off camera or whatever. But to be told you can't be friends with somebody, to just be told what to do. Nobody wants to be told what to do. CJ doesn't want to be told what to do. And Casey's not going to allow himself to be under the thumb of somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and he just
that's an interesting relationship conundrum that happens where people will tell you they don't want certain people in their lives and you have to decide whether to keep them or not.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's and she also, like, there's one guy who's clearly a fuckboy, who's a rat, who's telling on all the guys. Like, he's made it his whole mission to just be ratting on motherfuckers. And then CJ, he's about to get voted off, and CJ saves him. She's like, no. He's my little mole. He's my little, like, I get to manipulate him. Oh, and then, okay. So then I'm fucking making fun of her on Instagram. And some girl messages me on my Instagram at Kane Holloway and says, I went to high school with this chick. Her name isn't even CJ and she's crazy as fuck. And I was like, what? Nothing is real. And she goes, yeah, nothing. Her name is Lisa. That's not even close to CJ. It's not even close.
Yeah, no. I found this out on reality shows. People have fake names for reality shows.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
But we know your face. We know your whole face. Why have a different name? We can see your entire face.
I looked at her Instagram and she does like comedy posts. Or her version of, funny.
Uh-huh. Are they kind of funny?
No. Right.
No. Are they douche chilly?
What does that mean?
Douche chill? Like shuddering?
Yeah. They're a little. I mean, they're all right. She's all right. Whatever. She's
insane. It's just so funny to get a message from somebody that knows her, that knows it. I mean, she doesn't like. It's. I mean, I just find it so funny that it's supposed to be a microscope on toxic masculinity, and you veer over to this woman who is placating that toxicity. Like she is actively has her hands in the dough. So like the men suck and she sucks. And the whole idea of it kind of blows because it doesn't feel like anyone's going to grow from this. It feels like everyone's going to get laid after this. The F boys are going to get laid and the nice guys are going to get laid and the girls are going to get laid. Everyone's going to, and they're all going to make money. I feel really
Everybody's
bad.
going to be a brand ambassador for products on their Instagram.
Yes, absolutely.
They're all going to sell like night sleeping socks and shit like that.
Yeah.
Really bad bikini brands.
Oh man. But there's also like a lesson to be learned for people like the F boys and women like CJ, where it's like, no one is ever good looking enough, or you never give your power over to somebody that has something you think that you want, beauty, money, whatever. It's like the people who know that they have something to offer like that's very materialistic. Like I know I'm hot, so I can be kind of shitty and controlling. And then people will fall for it because it's like, yeah, no, she's hot, of course. Oh yeah, he's good looking and he's got all this money. Like, yeah, I'll take his shit for a while. And that happens all the time. And you're like, this is a pretty good lesson to know that you're not hot enough and you're not rich enough to treat people like shit. So we got an email from Chris Smith on our Gmail, dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. How not to be the fucker when dealing with a right fucker. Hey, Greg and Kane. After hearing a guest appearance of Greg's on FOFOP, I find myself a newly minted and self-proclaimed member of the DTBFF cult.
Oh, the cult.
Yeah,
the cult. Called it a cult?
Yes. It's still a cult. We want you to drink the Kool-Aid. And he says, I wasn't going to drink the Kool-Aid, but damn, guys, that shit is fucking delicious. I'm loving the podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Over the years in my working life, I've been quite successful. Being a supervisor, climbing the corporate ladder to work in management, and the like. Few bad decisions and life choices like drugs and alcohol. I find myself back at the bottom of the totem pole.
Buddy.
Mm-hmm. I've started a new job, and after 5 months, I'm quickly realizing that my boss is a fucker. His long list of bullshittery includes pitting the different crews against each other, lack of direction, and he loves to make a scapegoat out of you as soon as the shit hits the fan. It riles me up on a daily basis. I get lippy and can be passive-aggressive with him, and I find myself in a point-scoring type of mentality when dealing with him. It's clearly me being a fucker, but it sometimes just feels so good. After 23 episode binge of this podcast, I've been empowered to change my situation. I've got a plan to get out of this situation. Training courses have been enrolled in, fitness regime being practiced, and drugs are no longer a part of my life. But I need the work and the money to make this happen. My question, do you have any tips or advice on how to avoid being the fucker while I work towards my goals?
Just remember your goals. Just keep your head down. and get out of this. Your goal is to get out of this situation as quickly as you can. And nobody knows that better than Pat. And that's why he works at a news cheese shop.
Actually, if anybody should be answering this question, I think it's Pat. I think Pat has a lot to offer. You just shifted. You just stood up for yourself at your old shop for their practices.
I did.
And said, hey, man, I don't like the way that you guys conduct your business, and I don't appreciate how I've been treated or how other people have been treated in this shop. And so I'm going to go out and find that happened a few times, right? Where you're just like, I'm tired of this level. I'm going to reach for this level.
It did. And I immediately made the decision that it was time to remove myself from the situation. I started putting wheels into motion, and you just got to make sure you follow through. You keep on the path. And literally the day my job decided to let me go, I gave them notice, and they decided to prematurely let me go. I had 3 offers on the table by 5 o'clock that evening.
It was baller.
Just got to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll be good when I leave the podcast.
You know what? No one's keeping you here, okay? No one's forcing you to come in. Coming in late, coming in hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, all bosses are going to be shitty. Every boss has a sense of power. Any small amount of power, if somebody's petty enough, will be corrupted by that power and then want to use it against you. And I've been in jobs where my boss is going like, hey, you tell me that they're fucking up and then I'll make it happen for you. You know, rat, if you're a rat, then I'll make it better for you. And then the moment there's no one else left but you, then the focus is on you. And now they're trying to figure out how you're fucking up and how the business isn't running right because of you. And it's not their management style. It's got to be the people they employ, without seeing even the concept of like their poor management. If your employees are the ones that are fucking up the business, you're the one that hired us. So it's still your management. Still your management decisions to hire fuck ups. Yeah, keep your nose down. Don't engage, and you'll be there. You'll be there sooner than you realize.
Yeah. Keep listening to the podcast. Hey, if you're a writer, performer, or creative in any way, then you might benefit from my coaching program. I've written several best-selling books and toured the world as a stand-up comedian and started a band called the Reigning Monarchs. Whatever creative path you choose but feel stuck on, don't worry, because I can get you unstuck. For more information, go to GregoryBehrendt.com/coaching and sign up. You'll also find this link in the show's description, and I can help you if you have relationship problems as well.
This is the theme song for What Does This Mean song. The theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life. And memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree. And it says, hang in there, baby, or Monday. Am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
Sometimes when we play the theme song, I want to sing the theme song back. I want to sing it again.
You mean you want to re-sing it? You want to re-record it?
No. I want to sing it right now. Just because.
I don't think Pat or I know what to say.
I mean, how annoying is that to hear it and then to hear it again leading into the segment? That's like, I shouldn't do it, and I shouldn't want to do it. But, I just have this weird, I won't. All right, God, we'll just get into it. Let's get inspired. I don't know. You can send memes, messages, questions, thoughts, comments, all the DTBFF podcasts on Instagram. Allison sent one that's a picture of a cat hanging from a tree, and it says, "Maintain your grasp."
When is that coming out? I'm waiting for that to drop. That'll be great. That's a great one. That is a great one. Elle sent us one. It says, sometimes self-care looks like telling people to fuck off.
True.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah. Self-care your way out the door. Okay. Take self-care and luck. It's old Brian Regan. I got one here that says, the best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time.
Does that come with a pillow?
It comes with that's a quote from Abraham Lincoln.
Is that right?
Yeah, so that quote comes with the Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh wow! Did he say that afterwards? Was that what he was saying to this? Was that what his subtle way of letting the slaves know it would take a while? Hey guys, slavery comes one day at a time. Okay.
The end.
Let's start with the shackles and go from there.
We'll go from there. We'll figure it out one day at a time, though.
One time, don't get ahead of yourselves now with this slavery thing. It's not like it's a brand new day.
Yeah. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits.
That's fair if you watch FBoy Island.
Mm-hmm.
Or any of those shows.
Any of them. That's from Albert Einstein, who is also known as a tumultuous fuckboy. I mean, Albert Einstein, the fuckboy.
Yeah, he couldn't stop.
E equals MC, you and me. Oh, fucking God.
Oh, holy shit.
Shut up, Kane. What do you have, Greg?
This one's pretty good. It says, if I think you're my problem, I'm insane. That's a good one to think about.
I got a couple here that I grabbed from our friends over at Dateable Podcast. They posted these on their Instagram feed.
Oh, I'm going to be on their show today.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do their show already, Kane?
I did. Go check it out. I don't know if it'll probably be up when this episode drops. So there's an episode I did with the Dateable girls.
Was it fun?
I had a blast. And we talked a lot about my dating experience during the pandemic and trying to be a fuckboy. Some of the stuff we covered last week with Ashley Hasseltine. But more longer segments of my foray into fuckboyhood. Didn't last very long. So it'll be a good episode. So go check that out. And I'll, make sure you follow me and then I'll drop a link.
Nice. Well, they posted, stop thinking, why is this happening to me? Start thinking, what is this teaching me?
What if the answer is nothing?
Then you're not
I've
paying
learned
attention.
nothing from this.
Like bombing, People always want to know, why am I bombing? It's like, well, what are you learning from the bombing? Do you know that you're bombing, or
wow.
do you know you're not funny right now?
It's amazing that people that bomb and don't know that they've bombed. I always found that phenomenon really surprising, but also great. Remember I told you about the guy that told you?
Yeah.
He was like, he went up there and bombed and then sat down and said, I feel good about what's going on right now.
Had a real good time. That was a fun set. Really, because that was hard to be. It's hard to be your friend right now. And if CJ asked me to not be your friend, I'd have to take her up on it.
God, I want that kind of ignorance about where I'm at. I just want to be like, yeah, no, I'm just doing great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a level of stupidity I want to be where it's like, I don't suck at these things. Like I feel like I'm dope at like pretty much anything. And
I want to be that level where I never know if anyone's mad at me.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know.
Yeah.
So you come into the situation just like, hey, what's up?
What's up?
Wait, like, don't you know how mad I am at you? And you're like, no, I don't.
I have another one. Remember, today is the tomorrow you were worried about yesterday. This is the theme song. doubled up on questions today. We got an email in from Marcy, dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. She says, hey guys, big fan of the podcast. Greg is my favorite.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow, that's really sweet.
That's really nice.
Sorry, Kane.
But no, it's all right. Some people have bad taste. What are you going to do? I'm in a little bit of a pickle. My roommate won't stop smoking inside. I've recently moved to a new town and I am renting a room in a large house. I specifically checked the rental agreement before I moved in, and the landlords confirmed there would be no smoking inside. My roommate is a really sweet person, and I haven't had any problems with her until now. She likes to smoke in the common area where I set up a small art studio. Normally I wouldn't care, but I've had severe health issues in the past, which makes me more sensitive. I've already asked her not to smoke while I'm in the room once, and she agreed, but then continued the next day. Should I tell the landlords and possibly disturb the peace, or mind my own business?
Oh, I see. I see how it is. It's going to drive you crazy. I would tell the landlords.
I would, yeah.
And let the landlords deal with it. And let the landlords say, hey, look, we got wind that there was smoking going on. There's no smoking.
That's their whole job.
And then she's like, well, where did you get wind of it? And they'll say, well, your roommate told us. And then it's on. And that shit is on.
You put on your brass knuckles.
Yeah, but guess what? You're going to beat her. You're going to win because she smokes. She'll get winded.
If I wasn't a smoker,
yeah,
we would be in this fight in the first place.
Yeah,
I would go up to her and be like, look, stop smoking in the house. It says here on this parchment that you signed, don't smoke. Also, secondhand smoke can cause cancer. By the way, I love the smell of secondhand smoke. That's just me though. And if you don't, I'm gonna have to rat on you. I'm gonna have to tattle on you. And if she doesn't stop, then fucking get the landlords involved.
Yeah.
That's rude as fuck. Don't smoke inside. Like I didn't really, my roommate that I had, she wasn't the best roommate, but she didn't smoke inside. She was messy and drove me nuts. But at least she fucking kept her smoking outside and did her best to keep smoke particles from infecting the furniture and all the other shit, the air inside the place itself. So
I say just cut to the chase and lay a haymaker on her.
Dude, fucking, or maybe like an uppercut when she's not looking.
Just belt her one right in the face and she'll remember.
Yeah, grab her by the back of her hair and then chop her in the throat. Marcy says, on an unrelated note, I thought of a new nightmare date for Kane. How about a zoo date? You print out a bunch of pictures and wiki facts about animals.
Oh, no.
Then tape them up in the hallway. or you could put stuffed animals and puppets in the backyard. You could lead your date around and play animal sounds on your phone, or be the zookeeper and give a little tour. Thanks, guys. Hope Patty gets a new bike. Marcy. I'm going to tell you right now, I would never.
That was such a prime roast. That was like a Comedy Central roast. That
was pretty good.
How about a zoo date, Kane?
I think she maybe was
print out
genuine.
Facts about animals and put up pictures in the hallway. Set up some stuffed animals.
No fucking way. I would never do that to anyone. I hate a real zoo. I'm not gonna make a fake zoo. God, I hate the zoo.
We bought a fake zoo.
I bought a fake zoo to like a store that's still. Is there toy stores anymore? Where do you even get stuffed animals?
Yeah, toy stores.
Do toy stores exist?
Yeah,
they do. Oh, all right. Yeah, that would be super weird if I just like had a bunch of different stuffed animals. Got a big date tonight. We're going to a zoo. Yikes. Yuck. I hate zoos. I hate anybody who suggests a zoo. They're never fun. Fuck zoos. Yes, we have a Reddit remix. Reddit remix. So I hooked up with this girl the other night and I made her orgasm. While she was orgasming, she went from almost screaming to complete silence and almost a blank face. I was actually worried she had a stroke or something. I shook her and she snapped out of it, and I asked if she was okay. She said that was amazing, and I told her she kind of blanked out. She told me she literally went into a vision of an open field with some ducks during orgasm. She said she never felt that or had it happen before.
They must have had a zoo date. They had a zoo date. I'm gonna fuck a zoo into you. I'm gonna fuck you into a zoo.
Quack. Oh, God.
I'm gonna fuck you so hard you see ducks.
Oh, what a fun orgasm for her.
Yeah, good for her.
She said she never felt that before. She said she never felt like that or had it happen before. Obviously, my wand isn't magic, but is this common? I've never made girls see ducks before.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't hit that level.
No. I think that's our new goal. So, Raina, look out, girl, because you're going to be seeing ducks. Like a cartoon character. There's just like around her head.
Those ducks are just swirling around her head.
Like, how far did you get? She's like, I saw pigeons. I'm like, we're getting closer. I mean,
what if you fuck somebody and they saw spiders?
Oh my God. Horrifying.
Yeah.
I felt spiders crawling on me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, good for him. Good for her. Mostly good for her, but also good for him. You know? I don't think I've ever seen anything. And if I do, I'll let you guys know. In our group text. Guess what I saw today, fellas?
I wonder if anybody listening has an answer to that. What have you seen while you were fucking? I've seen guitars.
Did you fuck in a studio?
No, I've just orgasmed and then thought about guitars.
I feel like that's a sentence that you and John Mayer both have said out loud.
Oh, God, I hate that guy. You could have brought up any other guitar player in the world.
That guy,
Jack White, for instance. Jack White, for instance.
Sure, Jack.
But John
White.
Mayer ruins the whole thing for me.
Absolutely.
He's the worst.
I bet that's all he does. He comes and then he looks at his guitar and he's like, I'm going to make some shit music. I hate his music. I don't understand his popularity.
I don't either. He baffles me. He doesn't hit me on any level. There's not one part of my body that likes what he's doing. Yeah. And I have friends that are really talented that rave about how good he is. And I just think, fuck, I don't not his music as much as his guitar playing. I don't like that kind of good then.
Yeah.
You know when someone tells you something's good and then you're like, I guess I don't like good things. That's how I feel about Eric. That's how I feel about Eric Clapton. I'm like, well, then I must not like guitar.
Right. And then I said out loud to somebody the other day, is Eric Clapton bad? Because I don't like his music. And they're like, no, his music is amazing. You're wrong. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not wrong, though. I kind of hate all of it.
No, now he's become this amazing anti-vaxxer.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Jesus, Eric, what do you do? So you suck at guitar and you are actively
people make
trying
the
to
worst
get sick?
decisions. I want to make sure that I'm not in the public eye when I'm older.
Yeah.
I'm getting there now. But old people make bad decisions. They say stupid shit. They say stupid shit. They get stuck in their ways and they say something really stupid and you're like, oh my God, you old person.
You guys let us know. What have you seen while you've orgasmed? Do you like John Mayer? Do you like Eric Clapton? Have you seen them when you've orgasmed? You know, do they pop into your head? Let us know.
Have you ever made anybody? Have you made somebody else see ducks?
Yeah. Have you ever given someone duckasms?
I'm gonna make you see ducks.
I'm gonna make you see ducks. It sounds like such a threat. Yeah. Do you have any inside the track information about FBoy Island as we continue to binge this show on HBO Max? You can send it all to DTBFF podcast at gmail.com or DTBFF podcast on Instagram. You can also follow me at Kane Holloway on Instagram. You can go to my website, kaneholloway.com. Also go to Patreon, support the show, patreon.com/DTBFF podcast, where we're going to do bonus episodes on there. We're going to do one about the Suicide Squad. And before we started recording, Greg said something that made me very nervous about it. So check that out. Go to GregoryBehrendt.com for coaching.
Or hit me up on Instagram for coaching. I am coaching quite a bit.
At It's Gregors. Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Welcome.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.